Retro Maniacs. Well, unfortunately, I might not be appearing on any more motherfucking episodes of Crack It with Retro Collectibles. Although I've managed to quit saying the motherfucking word so much, I just can't stop this motherfucking cussing on his monetized channel. I am too spicy for YouTube. So I would like to say goodbye to you all, and especially to my #1 fan, my nigga Joe Rogan. Whoops, there I go with that motherfucking word again. Anyhow, y'all, peace.
Bye, pal. I sure will miss you. Damn. Where's Wish Snoop when we need him? Is he coming back from his vacation soon, or did he flee for good?
Retro, my man. Thank Christ, he's going. I couldn't listen to him anymore. He talked like he had his shit pushed in. Excuse the language, bro. Now, can we get on with the unboxing? I'm sure I'm not the only one looking forward to it.
Denzel? Well, hello, Retro Maniacs. You know who it is. I got an idea for a kind of cool unboxing today. So, I was going through my older videos because I'm a content creator. I have something called YouTube Studio, and it gives me suggestions on how to do better on YouTube. And one of them was to check out my old videos and maybe update thumbnails, put hashtags, because when I started out, I wasn't very good at thumbnails, didn't know about hashtags. To my surprise, I unboxed some pretty heavyweight cars and didn't hashtag the videos. And that's probably a good reason why I get a lot of people saying, oh, you should do a Shelby Collectibles Elanor, or you should do a Dirty Mary Crazy Larry car. Because when Retro did them, he didn't have many viewers. Like, he had maybe, 400 or 500 subscribers. And he didn't hashtag it properly. And probably didn't title it properly. So today we're going to revisit the best of the best Elanor. And I'm going to tell you what that is when we arrive at the Cowie Diecast Museum. So let's get going. Also, before we head in, thank you for all the love on not only my reels lately, but my long form videos lately. The last long form video I did on the Ford Thunderbolt, the Georgia Shaker, 400 views in 2 days. Holy crap, guys. Thank you for that. The one before that's doing just as good with that General Lee that I unboxed. And I've been doing reels that are best of the best series, I call it, where I do, the reels, like the Facebook reels or the shorts they're called. I'll do one of the best diecast car. I'll show what the best version of a movie car is. So the first one I did was, of course, Silver Screen Machines General Lee for the best General Lee, because I had somebody ask me just the other day. And the second one I did is I showed the Hot Wheels Elite, the one that came in the cake box. I believe it's the first release, the Hot Wheels Elite Fast and Furious Charger. My opinion, it's the best one. Surprisingly, I got a comment on that reel, and it was a viewer, and he was polite and everything, but he said that in his opinion that the Racing Champions one is more movie accurate. Now, what attracts me to the Hot Wheels Elite one is that detailed motor and stuff. I don't remember how the interior or anything looks in the movie. I don't know if it was sheet metal, though. I thought it had a regular interior, but I'm going to have a look to see. He might be right. And if he is right, I'm happy, because that's the version I have. The Hot Wheels Elite one's the one that I thought I would never own. So, if he's right, I luck out, but I'm going to look into that too. I will say the Hot Wheels Elite one is a lot more nicer looking. Sorry, Racing Champions, Ertl. Still love you. You guys are going to have to give me a minute. Let me get some juice to the phone. Let me get in the door. I know what you could do while you wait. check out what I'm thinking about ordering tomorrow.
Oh, no way. Retro. Guys, this porno watcher has been talking about that 1 of 18 Solito Darth Vader RWB Porsche forever now. Finally, it must be in stores. And that Honda Civic EG no stickers. Bone stock. That's a different type of bad right there. Can't wait to see what one comes first.
Okay, there's a reason for this video. When I started collecting movie cars, I'd say 1 of 18 movie cars, a little over a year ago, I would say. There was a lot of different makers, and some that I didn't even know existed. Okay, I knew about Greenlight, but there was a lot that I did not know existed, and I knew there was more out there than Greenlight. I knew there was a special General Lee that the flag was covered on the roof and it came with an antenna. But I was a newbie and I knew nothing, okay? So I did what I thought was kind of smart, and rather than buying some cars and then replacing them with better cars later when I found out about the better ones, because I like quality over quantity with this stuff, I said, I'm going to go in. So I went into the Canadian 1 of 18 scale collectors group. I was a new member. Point blank, I'm looking for these cars: Elanor, Bullet, General Lee, the A-Team van, Ghostbusters Ecto-1, Starsky and Hutch. I gave my dream list of 1 of 18 scale diecast movie cars and said, tell me what's the best of each one. And I'm going to get the best ones that I can afford. And that's what I do. Sometimes I luck out and I end up with the best of the best because I find a deal. Sometimes I end up with the second best, like my A-Team van. The A-Team van, the first best is the Hot Wheels Elite in the black box. Second best is Greenlight, believe it or not. Greenlight beats that Hot Wheels one with the red box, because Greenlight has the opening side door. And it's way cheaper than that red box one. So you're saving money and getting bang for the buck if you get the Greenlight over the red box one. But the Hot Wheels Elite one, if I could ever get one of those, I'll sell my Greenlight for the Hot Wheels Elite. But that's what I tried to do, is try to make it so that I wasn't buying one and finding out there was a better one later and saying, damn, I want that, or I wanted that. So I'm going to save you guys some time and money and effort and tell you what the best ones are. Maybe I'll do a series. I've been doing a series of reels. I'm also going to do a reel on this Elanor here. It's going to be the third reel in the series now. So the best version of Elanor. Now I'm only talking 1 of 18 scale. I'm not talking the big huge ones that are made by Hot Toys or Blitzway or the other ones. I'm talking about 1 of 18 scale, the old school. The best of the best Elanor is not Greenlight Collectibles. Can you guess what it is? It was a company I had never even heard of until I asked this question. And I got mine for very reasonably priced. $100 I got it. Company called Shelby Collectibles. Now this is for newer viewers or more casual collectors that don't know the answer to this. Or even my older viewers that missed that video, because I'm talking when I first started out, guys, I was doing these videos and I had barely any subscribers. So sometimes it's good to touch base again. But let's go have a look at this thing in the box. And there's a twist to this, because there's two different ones. And I'm going to explain that. I'm going to show you Glenn's and mine that are both made by the same company. Mine was a bit cheaper. I'll tell you why it was cheaper. And I desire mine a little bit more than Glenn's. But if I got Glenn's, I'd be happy too. I'll explain all that, but let's go have a look at it. One thing before I get into that, my buddy Chico, he loved this car here that I did. to Georgia Shaker. It was the last video I did. Thank you for all the love, guys. 400 views in 2 days. Smoking. Was such a heavyweight car. I didn't know a lot of info about it because that's before my time, and I don't know a lot about vintage racing cars. Usually when I unbox the vintage racing cars, I spit out some facts to you guys because I Google the stuff. I will even get old footage, whatever. This time I didn't do that because I was kind of in a rush. I will admit, I apologize, Chico. I am ignorant with that stuff. I don't know anything about it. I just didn't have time to Google it at the time that I did the videos. So that was more of me just not talking about the history of the car. But you are right. I wish I had more time to talk about that because it does have a rich history. It's an 8-second car and I was looking into it. But I'll make sure that if I do a car with significant history next time like that, I'll talk about it. I'll research it. Oh, she's coming around. Shelby Collectibles, guys. Like I said, this is a company that I did not really know existed until I was told. There's the man on the side. Now let's have a closer look at this thing. Said in past videos, I'm not really a Mustang guy. I love Fox bodies. The only classic ones that, well, I guess Fox bodies are classics now, but the only ones like this that I love are Elanor and Bullet. But I don't know a lot about the different Mustangs, so I'm going to read what's on the box about this particular one. But I can explain about the diecast and what makes this one different than the other one I'm going to show you. What I love about Shelby Collectibles, guys, I love the rims on it. Glenn's has Elanor on the name base. Mine doesn't say Elanor on the name base. Kind of wish it did, but I'll explain more about that. But we're going to have a closer look at Glenn's and we're going to put it beside mine. I'm going to show you how a little tiny mark makes mine just a touch more movie accurate than Glenn's, despite mine being cheaper. Let's see what this boasts actually. You see that, guys? PVC tires, chrome detailed accessories, opening hood, trunk and doors, and authentic detailed engine. It should be fully plumbed and wired. They didn't use that term. Guess when you're Shelby Collectibles, you could use any term you want. See the side of the car, that GT 500? That one says 500E. This is the more sought after one that's more money. And it says Eleanor on the name base, on the base plate, which I kind of wish mine did though. Let's give you guys a full tour. Actually, you know what? I will sit down and give you guys the box reading so you could look at the car in the box. We'll get that sumbitch out of the box and we'll bring my sumbitch upstairs from my burpee cabinet and we'll compare both the sumbitches. Okay guys, for a few minutes we won't have the microphone just because I'm charging my phone and my mic plugs into my charge port on my iPhone, lightning cable, all that. They no longer have the little ding for headphones. So for a few minutes, I'm not going to have a mic, but usually when I'm walking around going like this, I don't have the mic plugged in. I got to come into the First Century. They're like 20 bucks for a wireless mic. I'm going to get one. Guys. So I'll let you guys stare at this beautiful car. And this really is, guys, my favorite part of this car is under that engine bay, but I'll let you guys be the judge. Carroll Shelby created the legendary Cobra in 1962 and changed the face of American automotive design forever. His Shelby Daytona Coupe earned the 1965 FIA World Manufacturers Championship, a feat which no other American manufacturer has ever matched. He has worked with Ford creating the 289 Cobra, Cobra Daytona Coupe, 427 SC Cobra, the Racing GT40, the Mustang GT350, and the GT500. We just unboxed a GT350 Shelby the other day, an Auto World one. I think it was 3 videos ago if you want to check it out. an Auto World Shelby 350 GT. And the Dodge creating the Shelby Charger, Lone Star GLH, GLHS. GLH means goes like hell. I want a Dodge Omni GLH. CSX and Viper, as well as the Shelby Series 1 from the ground up, utilizing internal resources and premium outsourced suppliers. With his 40 plus years as an automotive innovator, Carroll Shelby's legacy promises to reach well into the future with products such as the Ford Shelby Cobra, Ford GT, Ford Shelby GR1, and the 2007 Ford Shelby GT 500. Now these were released, I tried looking it up, couldn't find it on eBay or anything. I'm thinking early 2000s, but I don't think so, because he passed away and this talks like he was gone when this came out. Carroll Shelby Children's Foundation on the bottom of the box. And of course, no, oh wait, is there a date on the back maybe? Oh, gotta read just some Elanor facts. The Shelby GT 500E Elanor is the most powerful production Shelby GT 500, equipped with a 427 cubic inch Shelby aluminum racing engine that produces 525 horse. Also available with a supercharger that produces over 700 horse. Recently, the Shelby Elanor has become a well-known and popular car by children and adults alike. A performance car made for the thrill seekers, need for speed but brute power. The mere sight of this car says it all. I've got to say, Gone in 60 Seconds 2000, I love that movie, guys. I love it way better than the original with the yellowish orangish Mustang. And this Elanor is way nicer. It was beautiful on screen. I will get the release date of this, guys. I'm thinking around 2007, 2008 maybe, but I will get the release date. And the lights are dying, so I'm gonna get batteries in that. Give me a second, we'll get this sucker cracked. Another good reason to revisit some of these cars is my knowledge changes over time. I'll give you an example. Greenlight, or not Greenlight, Bullet. Sorry guys, I'm tired, I'm on that darn shift. Bullet. At first, I was in love with the Ertl version of that car. In my opinion, the Ertl, for accuracy and the way it sits and everything, smokes the Greenlight one. Greenlight's got beautiful interior details, but they made too many, I thought at the time, big mistakes. I thought Ertl smoked them. I didn't have my Auto Art Bullet at the time, but I know the Auto Art Bullet, the color is a little bit off. Just a bit off. And I was saying, I will never have that. They got everything else perfect, but the color being off is the worst mistake you could make, blah, blah, blah. And then I got an Auto Art Bullet in the box for $100. And when I was doing a video on that, I realized that I made a mistake with the Ertl. It doesn't have the little metal strips on the front of the wheel well, the Ertl one. And I said that's accurate more than the Greenlight and the Auto Art, because in the movie it doesn't have that. I didn't realize, but looking at some pictures really close, like still pictures, it does have that. So Greenlight and Auto Art were right about that metal strip, and Ertl was wrong about that. But that metal strip and the trunk knot opening and all that put Ertl below the Auto Art. But I still love the Ertl just the way it sits. It's beautiful. Okay, and anybody new to this, you unbox a car. Usually I wear gloves, but I ran out of them last video. I've got to pick up another box. Usually you unbox a car, I wear gloves because fingerprints. Some people say oil in your skin will damage the paint and stuff. For me, it's more of fingerprints, because I know that if I wear gloves, it's a big difference compared to not wearing gloves. But I will be wiping this down afterwards, after the video, because I don't got gloves to wear. So this is Glenn's Elanor, okay? He got a smoking deal on it. And that's the weird thing. These cars are going up in value now, but I paid $100 for mine. I think Glenn paid $80 or $100 for this. So this is Elanor by Shelby Collectibles, okay? From a distance, it looks similar to the Greenlight. Does kind of have a similar look. The door is open and shut beautifully, and that's why the door keeps opening up. We don't even need to take this one off the base because mine will be off the base. But I'm going to show you, we're going to get a good look at this, and then I'm going to show you the difference between this and mine and what makes mine just a touch more accurate. Even though they're the exact same car, like you wouldn't be able to tell probably if I didn't point it out. Beautiful. And again, we're going to have a look up on the look-see set, different angles and lighting conditions. And with this guy, we'll start at the back since we know the trunk opens and work our way to the front. Okay, so looking at the paint on this is great. There's no paint rash, nothing funny. Just beautiful. Okay, and there's that door opening again. What happened there? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so starting at the trunk. It's got the Go Juice in the trunk. And not to mention, guys, since I got my Elanor and unboxed it, my camera is way better than, like I was shooting on an iPhone 7 before, and there's a huge difference in the pictures and everything. Sound even. So, show you the driver's side, and then we'll get that really good look across from the passenger side. But something on the passenger side that you guys will love that I'm not sure the Greenlight one has. I'm not sure if the Greenlight one has this feature, but maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. And the seats go forward and backwards, although a lot of them do. Ertl does that. Ertls do that, a lot of them. But the late model Ertls, the trunks don't open. Wood grain steering wheel, really nice details, okay? This is not my favorite part though yet. Coming up to my second favorite part right now. Have a look at that glove box, guys. Signed by Carol Shelby. Not really signed. You guys know that's not real, but that's awesome. But some of these did come with his autograph on the roof and trunk, limited to 2,000 and stuff. Now, of course, with something like this, you don't need the chrome paint pen for the doors that I'm always bitching about. It's got great quality, okay? Now, here's the real treat, guys. You ready? Now, I like the look of this base as well. I like that it sits the car kind of angled. But check this out, guys. And then we're going to go up to the look-see set. Oh, by the way, a viewer messaged me about... I thought at first he was asking me what he needed to make a hovering DeLorean, but I think he wanted to commission me to make him one. But he's a nice guy, so I told him if he buys the stuff, because he is local to me, I'll make him a hovering DeLorean. But I can't sell him the retro fly because it's the prototype. Look at that engine, guys. When I seen this is when I knew I had to have this over Greenlight. That engine bay. And we're going to get a better look at that as well. Different angles and lighting conditions. Okay, guys. So now, before we have a look at this on the look-see set, let's take a trip downstairs to get the other one. And Timu Joe Rogan, before we leave, Glenn's got an interesting car on the table. It's not one of 18 scale, I just seen it. It's one of 64, but it's a high-end little sucker. And it's a real nice one. It's a truck. So, as long as Timu Joe Rogan reminds me, or you guys remind me, I'll unbox and show you guys that by the end of the video. Let's go downstairs, get the other Eleanor. Thinking the way my views have been, and I've been getting a lot of subscribers, like I've got 12 overnight or something like that. My numbers have been really good lately. I think this video, a lot of people are gonna like it, because like I said, what's making me kind of rehash some of the old stuff is there's so many newer viewers now that I'm getting people asking me questions like, oh, you should unbox a Dirty Mary Crazy Larry, or about videos that I've already done, but they were like hashtagged wrong, or they were just so far back, you know what I mean, that they don't come up in the algorithm anymore. But check this out, guys. We'll fish out the other Eleanor here. Help if we had some light in the shaboop boop. See if I can get it right in the middle to get all the lights at once. Did I do it? No. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, Eleanor is over on the left. See, with the yellow with his sister. So we're gonna get him out. That is also Shelby Collectibles, guys, but there's a glaring difference I'm gonna show you. And while we're over here, here's the original Ertl. The Greenlight one is more, I picked the Ertl because I love Ertl. The Greenlight one's more accurate because the whole back of the Greenlight one is black, like in the movie. And this one is sadly not. But this one's beautiful, and it's beautifully detailed, better so than you would think. Oh, I remember I was so excited when I got this, guys, because this is one of the cars that there's no question what the best version is. Like the Auto Art Bullet, some people say the Ertl is, most people say the Auto Art's the best one. But people quibble over different versions. Like, for example, the gentleman, if you're watching about the Fast and Furious Charger, I posted that I thought that the Hot Wheels Elite version is the best. He thought that the Racing Champions one's more movie accurate. But like I say, he might be right. I gotta look into that. For accuracy anyway. But I love the engine on the Hot Wheels Elite, how it's all wired and everything. But the Racing Champions one might be more accurate. I'm going to look that up and let you guys know as well. Let's get up there. Would you look at that, guys? Twinsies. Nearly identical. Rims might look like a touch different, or it might just be my eyes. But I'll show you why. I'll tell you the story about how I got mine and explain why I'm happy with the version I got. We'll check out the details in the good light up there. So my Shelby Collectibles Elanor, I think, was my either second or third serious movie car that I got. I know the first expensive brand new one that I got was Auto World Silver Screen Machines Unrestored Christine with the working headlights. Mine came pre-owned, and I was asking in the Canadian 1 of 18 scale group what the best ones were, got to talking with a gentleman in the comments in that group. He was from Saskatchewan, I believe, something like that, and he happened to be selling one. Shelby Collectibles Elanor. I thought there was only one version, so I didn't ask any questions. He didn't deceive me in any way either, guys. I didn't ask. He wasn't sure either. No deception at all, okay? Plus, he gave me a smoking deal. He gave it to me for $100 in the box plus shipping. And when I had gotten it, guys, it was sealed. It had never been opened. It's got a good home in my collection. Sadly, the man that I bought it from, he's a young guy. I think he was late 20s, early 30s. It was from his father, who collected movie cars, who had passed away. I might have even bought another movie car or two off of this guy, or he was supposed to contact me later on. I don't remember. It's been that long ago. But it came from a gentleman's collection that had passed away. I have a few big cars that came like that. Got it for $100, which is an awesome deal. Okay. So then I get it home and I'm looking at it and I'm doing some research and, well, I'll show you. Start seeing that you can actually get this car in different colors. You can get it in yellow. I believe they have it in red. They have it in blue, I believe. Like, it's exactly the same as these, only different colors, right? So as I'm looking around, I notice something. The ones that I'm seeing online, the base plate looks different. The ones I'm seeing online say Shelby GT 500E Elanor. The one for my beauty here looked exactly the same as that base plate, only the base plate said 1967 Shelby GT 500 with no E or Elanor. I'm trying to remember if mine said Elanor too. Let's go check. I don't want to give you guys the wrong info when I can give you the right info. Look up. Look way up. The boxes sure do take room, guys. There she is. So you'll notice, guys, when I unbox this, see that sandwich bag inside? It's got all the screws, the parts of the base, everything. That's what I'm talking about. But see that? 67 Shelby Custom GT 500. No Elanor GT 500E. First thing I did when I seen that is I went, oh shit. I bought the wrong friggin' one. I'm gonna have to sell that and get the proper one. And then I started digging around online. And then it dawned on me. I really lucked out. You know why I lucked out? Because the Elanor in the Gone in 60 Seconds movie that was made in 2000 with Nicolas Cage, that doesn't say GT 500E on the side of it. It says GT 500. Finally, a fluke that was a win. And though, if I would have got the one that I thought that I was going to get, I would have been happy because the base says Elanor on it. I don't even think I would have realized about the E because nobody else usually mentions that part of it. I've never heard anybody else but me noticing that. But it does not say GT 500E on Elanor in the movie. Check her out. And that base, I like the way they have it slanted too like that. But let's have a good look in the beautiful light up here. Here's my Elanor. Again, guys, Shelby Collectibles. We'll have a good go around of mine now. Nothing to see in there except the Go Juice. But you'll see, guys, these cars are pretty well identical. Interior always takes great pictures with that dash. You could see the gauge cluster and everything. This car always takes awesome glamour shots, and you'll see that in a minute. In fact, this car is what got me started on glamour shots because I got such a beautiful, what I think anyway, is a beautiful shot with this car at a certain angle that I get that shot with other cars now. But this is the car here that got me looking at the diecast photography going, wow, some of these cars look amazing in pictures. And that's what got me started with the glamour shots at the end. Coming around to the American side, you see that signature right there. And guys, it's a good thing I'm updating this video as well. You know why? First time around, I did give some wrong info. I was given the info that not every one of these cars had that Shelby signature on the glove box. And I think there was only supposed to be 1,000 or two with that. And if you open one of them up and if it had that, it was kind of like you got a chase. I was wrong. The person that told me was wrong. How it worked is you could open one up and get a chase, and they were numbered to, I think, 2000 it was, and they were signed by Carroll Shelby on the roof or the trunk, but it was a normal size autograph. It wasn't a tiny little one like that. So I had the wrong info the first video. My bad. I was just starting out. See if I could maybe get you a good shot of the engine without the shakes. I got my tripod up here. Sorry, Max, I usually use gloves. One sec, guys, gotta get more light on that for you. Okay, I had to move the camera to get you the good shot with the light, but that's how she goes, guys, you know that. But fully plumbed and wired. That's what sold me right here, guys, was this engine bay. I'm always talking about on some Maestos and some of the Ertls and stuff. Oh, you could take a chrome paint pen and do the battery terminals, stuff like that. Don't gotta do nothing there. Like even the little, see the black fins on the air cleaner? I've got it zoomed in pretty good. I didn't even know it had that till I zoomed it in. But that is the detail of these guys. This is the one you want, Shelby Collectibles. As far as which version you get, guys, that's up to you. Like I said, you can get it in red if you want to. And I'll show you pictures of some of those before we end this. One of the Lamar brothers, one of the cool brothers that donated me the PT Cruiser to smash up for the Bigfoot display. He's a nut for this body style. And not only does he have this Elanor, but he has all the different colors except for I think he still needs one color, which is blue, that he's looking for. And by the way, they make this car in 1/64 scale as well. I'll show you guys that. Gorgeous, guys. But for some reason, some of these cars, you get the most justice out of it in still pics. So that's why we do the Glamour Shots. Beautiful. Okay guys, I'm going to put you guys together some Glamour Shots, and I'm also going to show you guys the different colors of those Elanors as well, because I was pretty surprised when I seen them all.
Hey Retro, don't forget you said you would show us that high-end 1/64 scale car of Glenn's you spotted.
So what do you think, guys? Without a doubt, this thing is the best Elanor in 1/18 scale. I can't speak for other scales, guys. This is 1/18 scale. This is the best Elanor, period. Underneath that hood, decimates all. The interior, with the autograph, with the facsimile signature inside, looks amazing. Look at that. That's awesome. There's the Go Juice. And there it is in a diorama. Even underneath the car, guys. Like, look at that. Look how real that looks. Takes some good photography, I'll tell you that. Looks like it's sitting in a barn. That thing is killer. Highly recommended. If you're wondering which one to get, guys, this is her, without a doubt. You tell me that doesn't take a wicked picture. Now, I'm going to get into showing you the different color Elanors. And then I'm going to show you the 1/64 scale Shelby Collectibles I had at one point to go with my bigger one. And then I'm going to show you a wicked diorama that I seen online. I thought it was made by Shelby Collectibles, but this is a custom. And it's 1/18 scale. Check all this coolness out. Now, I don't know if the colored ones are harder to get.
Dude, they look cool in different colors. I mean, it's a 67 GT 500 after all, but I'm like you, bro. I like kind of sticking to the movie accuracy, but I can understand why people would like these, and wow, that diorama, take my money.
That diorama was 18 bills plus tax on eBay. And there's my Elanor. Well, okay.
Hey, you who? Porno watcher, you forgetting something?
I promised you guys, I'm tired, I'm hungry, but let's go check this thing out before we go. Okay guys, I'll show you quick, and I will save the rigmarole at the end. Now this is from RLC Club, Redline Club, Hot Wheels, Mattel Creations. It's the fancy ones that you get in the mail that I won't order anymore. Don't know if this is an older one or a new one. But if it's what I think it is, it's going to be it's going to be a nice one. It's a nice one, especially if you guys like trucks. So it's a 2017 Ford Raptor in Golf. colors. And this is it right here, guys. That's all you see right here. Wrapped in classic golf racing colors, the Hot Wheels 2017 Ford Raptor has never looked better. Open its working hood and check out the muscular chromed twin-turbo V6 power plant. Flip it over to admire the detailed chassis and all-terrain treads of the off-road wheels. Add in the rugged die-cast body complete with folding tailgate. And it's obvious this truck packs a powerful punch inside and out. Now, if you notice, stuff like this or premium Hot Wheels, look for that. It says Real Riders, means it has the rubber tires. That's what Hot Wheels guys want. And ooh, that is nice. That's in what they call an acrylic case. It is very nice. I don't think the door is open, but it boasts an opening tailgate and hood. And the hood is tied down with a rubber band. Sadly, after years, those rubber bands usually disintegrate, but it usually takes about 20 years or so, but not all the time. But you notice that is not your run-of-the-mill Hot Wheel. Mind you, when this came out, it was probably $50, $60, $70. And because this is golf, and because it's a truck, and because it's a nice one, like if I noticed how nice this was, I would have ordered one. You know what my guess is on the value of this? Believe it or not, guys, north of $200. At least $200. And this is actually going to be older, guys. You know how I could tell it's older? It's numbered. Now you might say, oh, 10,000, that's a lot. For Hot Wheels, it's low. This is when they had decent runs, like, and they had 8,000 runs, 3,000 runs, like Glenn's Ecto 1 Hot Wheels RLC is a 3,000 run, I think. But now they're doing runs of 30,000 and their cars are more expensive. 30,000, sometimes they're not even numbered. So and you'll see limit 3 per household. Those are the ones I stay away from because it means they made a gazillion of them. Kind of glad I didn't get that one that looked like it was in parts and stuff, that collab by Mischief. I had one in my cart and it timed me down from 2 minutes and I was ready to go and I bailed at the last minute, and I'm kind of glad that I did that. Because that could be money spent somewhere else. Like on one of these, either the Solido or Honda Civic or the Solido Darth Vader. I think I might order tomorrow, guys. I might pull the trigger, one of 18. Having a hard time choosing though. Let me know in the comments. The Solido Honda Civic, the white one, is $60 some plus tax and shipping, come to like 90 some bucks shipped to me. The Darth Vader is on pre-order. That's not that much either. It's under 70 bucks plus tax, but I'm not waiting for pre-orders. There's a guy that has them, but I'm going to have to pay him. I think he wants either 90 or 100 bucks or 100 and something anyway. There's a markup on it, but it's a small enough markup that I could live with it to have it earlier. And then that way I could unbox it with you guys. That's the plan. I don't want to wait for the pre-order anymore. I want to order something tomorrow. So let me know, guys, what you think, the Honda Civic or the RWB Porsche. I know most people are going to think I'm nuts and say, how can you compare the two? I like the Honda Civic just because it's bone stock, guys. You don't see them around anymore. I would love to have one in good condition. They last forever. They're becoming kind of iconic. I know people are going to hate on me for that, but reliable, they last a long time, and they build some nice stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll save all the rigmarole. Just do me a favor, for God's sakes, and smash the like button, guys. And sending nothing but good vibes to you all. Love you guys, and happy hunting.
Subscribe to the Retro Collectibles YouTube channel for awesome diecast unboxings, reviews, and tips on how to build your dream collection on a budget.